Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Carol Massar along with Tim Stanovic. Let's get to some stocks on the move today. And with us is Bloomberg News equities reporter Nora Melinda joining us right now. And she is the keeper of some of the big movers and shakers on any given day. Boeing rallying today.
We are seeing shares of Boeing higher. That's ticker BA. Shares are up about 2% right now in trading. Lots of activity and chatter in the market. And this is especially after this idea that it'll be securing an order from Uzbekistan Airways, especially as we think about this company and the history that we saw over the past year where it was grappling, down 30-some% last year. We're seeing the stock recouping some of its gains this year. And so it's good for the company to hear about these orders, great for investors especially. But also Trump has really been touting the idea that he is mostly responsible for the fact that we're getting a lot of these deals coming through, especially with the UN General Assembly this week. That's really been in the spotlight. We have several countries like Turkey, Uzbekistan, as I mentioned before, Morocco, Indonesia. These are some countries that are either considering or have announced orders here for Boeing.
Great plane diplomacy story on the Bloomberg terminal. Check it out. Sid Phillip, Julie Johnson, among the people who wrote it. But it's the idea of Boeing being used as this bargaining chip when it comes to negotiations on all levels.
Yeah. Well, we talk about transactional things that happen out of the White House, right? And so you feel like this certainly plays into it big time. Boeing's been on, a bit of a tear this year, right?
It has been doing quite well, up 22% so far this year. That's definitely a different story when you put it against the losses that we saw last year.
That's a good point, right? Very different trade. Let's talk about Kevue. Man, this one's been kicked around a bit.
You can't escape the news here.
What's a good way to describe it?
Kicked around. We'll take that one.
It has.
Yeah, so we're looking at shares of Kevue. That's ticker KVUE. Up about 2% right now in trading today. Of course, this is us looking at the stock that is recouping some of its losses that we saw yesterday. The big news yesterday, President Trump saying that pregnant women should avoid taking Tylenol because it could potentially contribute toward autism for their children. We're hearing news today from scientists and from others on Wall Street saying that there is no scientific evidence to support this being the case. And so we are seeing a rebound in the stock today in trading, up as much as 7.2%. Earlier. That's its best intraday level, or best intraday performance since May, rather. So now up about 2% as Wall Street really digests this news.
Okay, finally, Vistra. What's going on with Vistra today?
Vistra, this is also a stock that's in focus, but on the downside here, down as much as 5.5%. This is after we saw a rating change here. It was downgraded at Jefferies. They're voicing concerns about the lack of announcement for a data center deal. We know that's been topical. Everyone wants to talk data centers lately. Apparently, there was no announcement here for the company, specifically for its Comanche Peak nuclear power plant here. So the analyst here is writing the fact that he remains confident on a deal, but no announcement yet is what's giving him pause here. So you are seeing shares pressured here as we are seeing that downgrade.
This kind of plays so much into one of the big themes, right? The investment themes of this year.
Absolutely.
In terms of powering it. So again, you said the stock is down, and I'm just taking a look. It's up almost 50% year to date.
Oh yeah, you can't miss that part. Up 50% year to date. So really when you're putting it in context here, what's 5%, right?
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.